How was your BTech life in LPU?
When I was the first person to enter the library and I was the last person to leave the library, CGPA in my first semester was 3.1 something.
Even he cracked in 4 companies and he was working in a product-based company. And
Right now, I'm a software developer engineer in test in BrowserStack. Be around people, try to understand people. Always we have to keep our mind active. Like any hard work, we can achieve anything. So from the second year onwards,
how they want to plan their BTech, like what subjects are they want to study.
if I'll be very honest, learn everything. But in one domain, we have to go in depth.
How many companies you have applied in LPU?
I gave interview for Samsung and Samsung Electromechanics. At the beginning, I cracked TCS, and then after that, I cracked Capgemini. So that
Difference should be there in yourself to get placed in the particular company.
and this review, it is not paid. It is not at all paid. It is just
Because they are talking real facts, what will be happening in our life. Because it's quite boring to, I guess. But these are the truth that will be happening in many of their lives as well. But it helps you a lot.
this video is actually gonna help a lot of people. So
Yeah.
stick around and let's go.
Okay. Hey, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is Kotipalli, and here today one of my friend who placed in BrowserStack, he's also from LPU, for giving this opportunity to take a podcast. And this complete podcast will be regarding the career guidance and placement, however we have to approach for companies, and what we have to study in the college days, and how we have to spend this completely raw video, and whatever it's coming from my mind and whatever is coming from his mind, we will be asking questions from my side and he will be answering questions from his mind. Okay, so let's start the video, and if you don't subscribe to my channel, please subscribe and like this channel. Okay, let's start.
So first of all, my dear friend Ram, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity and thank you for having me here. It's a great pleasure to record this, and it's the very first time I'm doing something similar to this.
Yeah.
So I really hope that this video, it's very inspiring and it helps all the people when I say all the people, I mean all the students who are doing BTech or any other professional courses, and they are thriving or working towards achieving a good placement in a good company. I basically hope that this video helps you guys, and let's begin.
Okay, sure. So
Yeah, and before we begin, I like to add one more thing, that is we have no scripts, we have not prepared anything, and this video is pretty much gonna be very much unfiltered, because if I give a small highlight of our day today, what basically happened was, today it was Sunday, and in the morning I went to church, and from church I went to visit one of my relatives' house, and as soon as I came back, it was something like 3 p.m. or something.
yeah.
And all of a sudden I received a call from Ram that, bro, let's meet up in Mumbai. So we planned a small meetup, and right now it is like
12:53, midnight, 12:53.
Almost it's gonna be 1 a.m. and
yeah.
that's nothing. We have no scripts, we have no question, no specific question. So we are gonna be like pretty much unfiltered. Everything we'll be talking as if there's no camera over here. So I believe this video is actually gonna help a lot of people. So stick around and let's go.
Okay, so I will also tell you regarding why I'm doing this kind of podcast, because many of the students, they don't know how to make it the career path in the BTech or maybe degree, whatever it may be. So I think so this video may be helpful to you a lot. Please kindly watch this video till end and just subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Nivin Samuel, can you introduce yourself?
So basically, my name is Nivin Samuel, and I'm in my final year of my BTech right now from lovely professional university. So back when I was in my 4th year, I cracked 2 of the service-based companies in the beginning, which was TCS and Capgemini. So in Capgemini, I was already doing an internship as a .NET developer, and while I was doing the internship, I was also trying for other companies as well. As for any software developer, the main goal or main target is to land a placement in a product-based company. So in my pursuit of preparing for product-based companies, I came across BrowserStack. BrowserStack, it was an on-campus drive. Basically. It came in a placement portal. I registered for it, and I just like went through all the Glassdoor and stuff, got specific content to learn, and I prepared for the interview. We'll dive more deep into the interview
Sure.
part of things. And so basically, yeah, right now I'm a software developer engineer in test in BrowserStack. So my joining was on 24th of March, which was this month. So it's nearly like 1.5 weeks, I believe. And the company is amazing, and we'll go into all the entire interview process,
Sure.
like step by step.
Okay, so coming to the first question, like how was your BTech life and how did you achieve all those things in the BTech life?
So basically my journey in LPU and B.Tech, it was kind of like a roller coaster. So from my school time onwards, I was like pretty good. I was disciplined and I was hardworking. So during the school time, it was like pretty fine. And back when in the first semester, what basically happened was I had a medical issue, and it happened in a very wrong time that I completely messed up my first semester. But from the second year onwards, I covered up. I spent a lot of time in the library, and I belong from the bio background. I did not have CSE in my class 11th and 12th. So that was also kind of a little bit of obstacle, as it took me extra time to learn everything, understand all the tech side of things. And I basically planned, or I basically thought that tech is a good career option, and I would actually enjoy tech during the COVID time, as we could see that all the big companies, they were moving into the tech side of things. They were focusing more on tech. For example, even Zoom, I believe in that time, in the COVID time, the Zoom, they made a lot of revenue. So learning all the companies journey, it inspired me a lot. So I thought ki bro, let's go for BTech and CSE. So I took BTech, and as I mentioned, first semester it was kind of messed up. My if I'll be specific, my CGPA in my first semester was 3.1 something.
Yeah, I know that.
So but I'm kind of mentally resilient. I work hard. I believe that with pure hard work we can achieve anything. So from the second year onwards, I gave it all. I learned coding. I started DSA in the second year itself. In the beginning, I believe I started from HackerRank, because HackerRank was popular. I learned basics in programming languages like Python. Then firstly I learned Python. Then from there I jumped into DSA. The reason why I chose Python was because we had Python in my second year, third semester. So that was pretty much interesting. And easy as well. Belonging from non-tech background in school, Python was a bit more easy to understand. So I thought, bro, let's go for Python and just like dive deep into it. So I learned Python. Then after completing Python, I jumped into DSA in HackerRank. I solved a couple of questions. I got 5 stars. And the thing about HackerRank, which is interesting, is that we get stars pretty easily. We can even like get 2-3 stars in a single day if we like go all in. So getting stars, it was pretty much it was like a motivation or an achievement. So that was like a driving factor, and in that process I fell in love with coding. I was like, bro, this is it. I love it. So I believe one entire year I was like focusing on DSA in HackerRank. Along with that, I was also focusing on OOPS concept and the major or the foundation of CSE basically. So in my third year, I started doing DSA in lead code, because the lead code, it is a bit like the questions are more refined, more advanced. From each question itself, we can learn a lot. So that was the main like thought process in that in switching into lead code.
Let's go into that part as well, like what they want to prepare like in lead code or code chef, what they want to. Let's go into that question as well. So coming to the next question. So you already discussed about like why you have chosen the BTech CSE after intermediate. So like in BTech first year, you have messed up with a few health issues and you got 3.8. How was your BTech life in LPU?
So I believe personally my BTech life in LP was superb. And the reason behind it is it's all the mindset. It's all how we see ourselves. Because my CGPA, it was actually messed up, but I owned it. Because the reason why I owned it is because I was confident enough that okay, fine, right now I have messed up, but I was confident. I had confidence in myself that I can pull it off. And the reason, or what I leveraged to have that confidence was my hard work.
Okay. I know that.
That's kind of funny because
Meanwhile, like midnights also he used to study. When I was going to the snacks to the canteen, like I was seeing him in the library. He was meanwhile he was playing the chess and he used to study in the library as well.
So basically there was a very long phase in my B.Tech journey, basically in my second year and third year, in which I spent like a lot of hours. It was just brutal hard work and a lot of hours. Basically there were days when I skipped dinner, and I was like back in school days I was a very fit guy. I used to take part in a lot of bodybuilding bodybuilding, powerlifting competitions and all. So I was into gym, I was into music, and from my second year onwards I just gave it all up. I just completely focused on B.Tech and improving my technical skills. And there were days when I was the first person to enter the library and I was the last person to leave the library. So I don't see it as a struggling phase or anything, because I enjoyed it.
You love to read.
Yeah, I enjoyed being the last person leaving the room. So it the entire setup, when I talk about it, the picture that comes in my mind is that in the beginning, in the evening time or the morning time, all the lights will be on.
Okay.
And as we go 9 p.m, 10 p.m, 11 p.m, slowly they lights keep on, they turn the lights off. As I used to sit in a place or a floor where very less students used to be there. So
I understood. When we both used to go for library, like you told, Rambai, let's go to second floor where less people will be there. No girls, no boys will be there. Let's sit corner. Let's together read.
And there was this one particular chair. I used to feel like if I sit in that particular chair, all the problems in my life is solved and I'll be...
You believe that?
You remember about that story?
Yeah.
There was this one particular chair which was very comfortable, and I used to sit in that chair only all the time.
Yeah.
And it was...
in front of the faculty, I guess, near library, in that corner.
Yeah. And sometimes I used to change my position from point A to point B, and I used to take that chair from point A to point B. And I had a marking in that chair, bro, this is my chair. So these are just for a fun sort of to make that library process more interesting. I had some couple of...
But you enjoyed a lot in your B.Tech life. Regarding he balanced everything, whatever, he participated in many events, many organizations, I guess, and he balanced the studies and extracurricular activities. That's the main thing. And he's a hardworking person, but why he did hard work? Because I think so your first year you got less marks, because to cover all the subjects in LPU it's very difficult to clear a one backlog, because to clear a one backlog we have to study the complete syllabus and we have to retain the examing. That's also very bit difficult because we have to study all the syllabus in this semester and we have to study extra previous year semester such. That's good. So coming to the next part, regarding to the career guidance, how students should make their path, what they want to study in their B.Tech life.
So basically, right now we all will be aware that the market it has been shifted a little bit, and the reason behind that shift is that now it's a little bit difficult to land up in a good job, because if we look couple of years ago, we did not have a lot of content. For example, if we want to learn DSA, it was a little bit difficult. It was a task. So a lot of companies used to focus only on DSA, and even big companies, Amazon, Google, they only preferred DSA. And not only big companies, big MNCs, generally companies preferred DSA. So right now we have a lot of content. We have good sheets like Strivers SD sheet. There are a couple more good YouTube channels from where we can gain a lot of knowledge when it comes to DSA and stuff. So right now the bar has been raised a little bit. So I believe that if we want to land up in a good job,
product based company,
along with DSA we have to focus on other things as well.
System design.
Exactly, system design. I believe that recently, yesterday, I received a message from a junior. So she was asking me ki there's a company, Philips, which is coming. So she was asking me what were the questions which was asked before the last time it came to LPU.
LPU, okay.
So I took some information from my friend who gave that interview, and I told her. But one more thing which I added was that along with all of these, just push system design.
Okay.
Like for example, if the interviewer asked us about a project that we have built, so we can push some topics from system design, and that will add a bit more weight to the answer.
Yes.
And if someone is like, if an interviewer is asking about something about a small part of our project, we have to explain it in
Completely.
depth. Yeah. So basically, the projects that we put in our resume, first of all, like, we have to make sure that the projects that we are putting it in our CV, we are either the most advisable thing would be build the project by yourself, because when we build a project by ourselves from scratch, we kind of know all the details of it.
Yes.
But by chance, if someone is like not building a project, just learn everything.
Learning from YouTube.
Yeah, because we have a lot of good projects in GitHub and all. So if we take that project, if we learn everything, all the details, that is very much equivalent to building it by ourselves from scratch.
Yes.
So all the projects that we are mentioning, we have to learn it thoroughly. And I believe these are some of the interview tips.
Okay.
And other than that, I believe that in our first year, second year, we have some extra time, and in that time, like, definitely we have to enjoy, explore our college a little bit, but from the beginning itself, we have to be on the right track.
Okay.
है ना? Because we have to spend a lot of time studying, and we will have a lot of extra time remaining with us, because in our first year, most of the things that are being asked, or most of the subject, are somewhat the things that we have already learned. So we can take some extra time out of our schedule for exploring the college, exploring other activities. Like in colleges, one of the amazing opportunities, we have a lot of clubs over there. There will be guitar club, there will be debate club, dance club. Yeah. So basically, college is a time where we explore ourselves more, we understand about ourselves more, because when we put ourselves in such scenarios, the scenarios that we are not aware of, or the scenarios which we have not experienced before, we learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
So
I learned a lot of things from you because I will tell you one scenario. I such not a topper. I was an average student in the college, but when I met you, you told Rambhai, we have to spend at least 5 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes on UMS, because we will be seeing so many opportunities what will be displayed in there. So Rambhai, today we are having this activity. Let's go to this classroom and let's present this debate. We will be getting the prize. We have to at least win the prize. You got this. You got to remember these points.
Yeah, I do.
So he attended many debates. He won more than 4 to 5 plus prizes as a first prize in college. And like, can you tell how you participated in the debates and how you applied in the UMS? Because many of the students don't know, like freshers, they might be seeing this video, they don't know how to apply these things in the UMS as well.
Okay, so if we are talking about the speaking contest specifically, yeah, so like, I'll be talking about that speaking contests, but the main goal behind this is the mindset.
Yeah.
Because that mindset we can apply on anything. Okay, the same mindset which I'll be explaining, that we can apply on speaking contests, the same mindset we can apply on coding and cracking a company, because it's, in the end of the day, it is how our mind works. That's all it matters. So
there's
basically,
the thing, mainly any company, when you're sitting, there's the person will be also thinking like how your mind is thinking, how was your thinking ability, these kind of things.
Exactly.
Because when we participated in many organizations or many events, we will be getting an experience and we will be exposed to that culture environment, like how we want to speak, how others are participating in that, what mistakes we are doing, and we will be understanding all those things. And he also learned so many things from them, and I learned from him so many things.
Okay, yeah, definitely, that's a wonderful point that you made about the companies. So we will get into BrowserStack a bit more in detail, like after this point.
Okay, sure.
So basically, if we look into that speaking side of things, so I believe it was my very first contest. That was a group discussion competition which I took part in.
Okay.
And how I got the opportunity to take part in a group discussion competition was, I was I was a little bit active in my soft skills classes, and it was not because I knew how to speak, I knew how to articulate well. It was just I was just trying. My fluency was not that great back then. Even now I'm learning a lot, and it's like a very vast. So it will take some time, I believe. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, I used to take part in I was a bit more active in the classes. So there was this one competition, and my sir in my who was the faculty who used to teach us soft skills. So our sir, he mentioned about this contest which was there, and he was the one who kind of encouraged me. If he didn't encourage me, maybe I might not have participated in that contest. And I believe I remember there were like 6 to 7 people sitting in a chair, and in my mind there was one thing, that is I have to start. By hook or crook, I have to start. And I was sitting and I was waiting for that go wala thing, and my legs were shaking like anything. My legs were shivering, and bro, I was like, come on, why did I come here? But in my mind there was one thought, that is like anything that we start in the beginning stages is the difficult one, and that is the case in anything, like even the coding. In the beginning, just to write hello world, it takes some time. We have to analyze everything, understand why this thing is working, why we are writing printf only. It takes some time, but after a couple of months, hello world, it is like an autopilot. We don't even need to process anything in our mind. So that was the thought process over there. So despite I was nervous, despite my legs were shaking, I thought, bro, let's give it a try. And there is nothing to lose. Even if we lose, we are winning if we learn from the mistakes. We lost because there was some error, there was something that we missed, and if we understand that what we missed, we have already learned. We have already won, basically. So I thought I'll just try my best. Baki remaining everything, it is in God's hands. So I started it with a loud voice, and I gave my introduction wala thing, and then after that also I gave some time for other people to add their points, and I added some more points, and I won that competition. And that competition, that trophy, it was like a dream come true. Because that was the very first speaking contest in which I took part in, and that was a contest in which I won. So I have a couple of trophies right now, but that particular trophy, it has more significance. And then after that, I just gained confidence. But the next time also when I went, again I was shaking. But this time that nervousness was a bit less. Then the third time the nervousness was more or less. And it just kept on decreasing. And then I took part in a couple of group discussion competitions during company placement time. And so far I have won all the group discussion competitions. And that's a blessing, and that was a step-by-step journey. And there was one more point which I forgot, but like if I'll recall it, I'll be adding it up.
For sure. And one more thing, like group discussion is also a very important thing in B.Tech. Like in not only B.Tech, even you are studying MBA or even studying degree, whatever it may be, because people like interviewer can judge by group discussion. Like if bulk students, like there are 300 of students there, they will be dividing into 8 or 10 people into the different groups, and they will be selecting only 1% or 2% from a group discussion. That's the thing. So they will be checking like how many times you are participating in the group discussion, how many points you have added into the group discussion, like what is your thinking ability, what's your fluency, what's your posture, and everything. They will be judging you by the group discussion. And it may be, yes, like you may get a good package company by the GD as well, because if you are not good in the technical skills, if you are not good in that, if you can manage with the English also, you can crack the job. The thing is like what I believe, the confidence is the main. Like I don't have that much technical skills, I know that, but I'm having a confidence that I can get a job. That's the thing. So even Samuel Bhai was shocked that I placed in 3-4 plus companies. He got shocked with that when I was telling her I was placed in 3-4 plus companies. Like, so that's the thing. So what the thing, like I wasn't not that much person. Like I've never, like I was studying for 2 to 3 hours a day. That's the thing. And I used to go for trips every semester, twice a semester, and I used to enjoy a lot in my BTech life because I was completely, like I was telling you about my intermediate life as well. Like from 5th to intermediate, I was completely in the hostel. I don't know the outside exposure. Like there is only one time phone call in a month. I used to talk with my parents and I used to have a conversation with my parents. And there will be a parents meet. It will be like 4 to 5 hours. It will be there. And at that time, like I was joining the hostel, but I learned a lot in the hostel as well. But when I chosen the LPU as well, it became a final decision to choose me LPU, and I was joining in the LPU in the month of December. Like after the first semester, before 15 days or I guess, there is a semester exams. I joined in the LPU. So after that first year, we met in the second year, I guess, right? Second year.
Yes.
Yeah, we met. We are having a one mutual friend. By the way, we met each other, and by the way, we both together became a very close friends. Whenever we want each other, I used to call him. Whenever he wants something, he used to call me, and we used to help each other.
The first time we met in the library.
Library only. I know that. From the library, when he see me, he used to escape at that time. Sometimes because he's the person, like he gives more value to the time. If he plans, like whenever the morning, he schedules everything in a particular day, like I want to do this in particular time, and he never wastes his time, because if he came to the mess, he will be coming to the mess from library to the mess only. He's not going to come from the room to the mess, but he used to come from library to the mess. That's the thing he used to do. Most of he spent in library, because I know the reason, because there's the backlogs to him, but that he increased his CGPA till 7.5 from 3.6. It's very difficult, I know, to cover the 4 backlogs, I guess, in a BTech. But even he cracked in 4 companies, and he was working in a product-based company, and he's also so happy now. And he came to Mumbai, and he is enjoying a lot after. Even though now because he was completely in that atmosphere, like in working hard. So now he was coming here also, like, bhai, I haven't worked hard today, I have to work hard. He was thinking a lot. The main perspective is to be like, work hard, you will achieve something.
Exactly. So basically there are 2 points that I like to add. You mentioned about the importance of communication skills in companies, and that is actually very true, because if we actually analyze the entire interview process and all, as we are freshers, most of the companies, they are not expecting a lot from us. But one thing that they are expecting is that we should have a mindset which is growth oriented, or we can say
how much value we are adding to the company. That's the main important.
Yeah, and how eager we are to learn, because the things that we learn in college, those are basically the foundation. And the remaining things that we will be using in a company, that will all depend on our job role. And trust me when I say this, when we go into a company, we learn a lot of new things.
Yeah.
And we even have to unlearn a couple of things. So basically, even companies, they are looking for someone that have this mindset which is more growth oriented, which is more eagerness to learn. That is the right word. So and that this is one particular part. And when we have this eagerness to learn, the company can mold us the way they want us to be.
Yes.
So, and the other thing is, when it comes to communication skills is very important, because only based on the communication skills, we can tell them that yes, you can trust me. You can trust me. I'll learn more. I'll be a good asset. We can prove this to the company only through our communication skills. And definitely during the school times and all, maybe we might have been an introvert. Maybe we might not have got a lot of opportunities. But college, it's a atmosphere. It's a place where we can learn a lot of things. And this is where I believe the first year and second year comes into picture, where we have to push ourselves. We have to push ourselves to try new things, go to gym, try new either guitar or
whatever you play, cricket or whatever extra play.
Just be around people, try to understand people. Always we have to keep our mind active. Like anything that is going on, we have to analyze it in our mind. And right now, if you are listening to it very deeply, it is not very scary and all. It is very easy.
I hope you are not skipping this video and you are listening till end, okay? Because because we are talking real facts what will be happening in our life, because it's quite boring to you, I guess, but these are the truth that will be happening in many of their lives as well, but it helps you a lot.
Basically, when we listen to such things, there are chances that we might kind of think that we have to be very strict, we have to be so hard on ourselves, but that is not true. It is just that we have to kind of change our perspective a little bit. If I actually analyze it, it is not difficult.
Just working hard, spending your time. But planning is very important.
Exactly.
Like whatever you are doing in that.
Right now we are like condensing a lot of information into a single video. So this is not how your entire day in the life looks like. There can be times when you go out, hang around with your friends, just like enjoy. Watch the movie now and then. And
we are in the Gen Z.
Gen Z, yeah, of course.
Gen Z generation. So, but like whenever I was attending many of the sessions as well, like when I was in college, I was to attend many of the workshops. When I met one of my friend, Abhinav, you know,
yes.
Yeah. So at the time also I was not that much closer to any of the friends in my group, but when I met him or you, we all together, like we attended so many meetings and we attended so many events as in the college. But so coming to the part of a B.Tech life, plan your B.Tech, like what are the syllabus is there, like you can completely download the complete curriculum what they will be teaching in the year. So if they are teaching in this year, so plan or build the networking. Networking is very important in B.Tech life. Not only in B.Tech life, wherever it may be, because call to your seniors, ask them, like if I was a senior, if I'm a junior, I was suggesting that, this is not that much important, this is very important, focus 90% on this, focus 10% on this. So I can suggest them. So if you can ask someone also, they will suggest you, but don't blindly follow their path. Once you can think AI is also revolving so much, just go through that and do ChatGPT, whatever, Google, do research on that. And research is also very important in your life, whatever, when you are going as well.
Exactly. You mentioned about pre-preparing sort of.
Yeah.
So I like to say one thing that actually helps us enjoy learning. That is, if we know that tomorrow we'll be taught in school about inheritance or taught in classes about inheritance, one day prior, if we are just like going through a little bit of data about inheritance, the next day when we are actually learning it in our class, it will be fun.
Yes.
It will be fun because we already kind of know it, so it feels easy first of all, and secondly we can revise it.
Okay.
And this is kind of like a hack through which we can like make use of the class time in a better way, because if we in the class, if we are directly flooded with a new information which we are completely unaware about, and if we kind of come across some terms which we are unaware about, by default our brain, it just goes off. But on the same time, if we have a little bit of idea about what is going to happen tomorrow, and if we just go through that particular tough words, even if we don't know the answer to it, don't know the actual meaning of it, but if subconsciously also some data about this particular topic is stored in our mind, it will be very easy for us to understand things that are taught in the class. And when we understand things that are taught in the class, by default we will enjoy learning. Yes. By default we will enjoy being in that class, and we'll ask more questions. And when we ask more questions, like we all are social beings, and when we are like the one who are like speaking in the class, when we are the one who is like getting answers, we kind of enjoy it. Basically, it's all about that enjoyment and learning together. It just combines together. And when we are making use of the time in the class wisely, even before the exams, we can chill a little bit. We don't need to stay up all night, because one more thing that is, I've seen a lot of students, and sometimes including myself, we don't sleep at night.
We used to scroll reels. We used to scroll the reels. Even I haven't attended that much interest in my colleges, like classes, like whatever they may be. Their faculties are coming to the class. They will be teaching what they know. They will be scrolling the PPTs. We were watching blindly. We are going just for attendance. That's the main purpose in my life. But very few students will be there, like who are very, like I will tell you one of my friend, I told you, right? So even the syllabus like computer networking, I think so, syllabus of cloud computing or something, he is not interested in that subject. So at the time also, he used to write a DSA question in the paper and he used to come to the class and he used to write the answer, like he used to solve the question. He used to build an algorithm for that and he used to solve the question in the paper. I thought like how much dedication he is having in DSA. Because I will say why DSA mostly the people are saying to learn. Simple example, how JEE mains, IIT advanced exams are important for NIT, IIT colleges. That the same thing, they will be judging you, they will be testing you by giving a DSA question, DSA exams for the companies. So even Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Qualcomm, like Samsung, many of the companies, they will be mainly focusing on the DSA. That is the everyone, because even I or him or any person, if you say, bro, learn DSA. So in YouTube, there are the many sources are there to learn DSA, but after listening the DSA, they were confused that even I confused that like it took for me like 6 months to learn like how I have to learn DSA with Java or C++ or with Python. That's the thing, main thing. But as per my experience or as per his experience, like many of the seniors, like I was, but DSC we have to learn with the help of Java, I guess. Java or maybe Python, but many of the companies were asking Java. That's the thing, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Or C++ is also fine, but anyway, they will be seeing like how your approach is there. Like first you have to solve the brute force approach, and they will ask you that how you have done this and how you want to optimize this time complexity, space complexity, and these kind of things. That's the thing. And coming to the next part, coming to the next thing, I want to know that like if any other student, any other junior, they are asking like, bro, I want to take full stack or I want to take AI and ML, like upcoming era, like it's an AI completely. So I have to take ML or like I have to take the cyber security. What's that? What you will suggest them?
Bro, if I'll be very honest, learn everything.
Bro,
Learn
but I don't accept with that because I can't eat all curries at a time. I can eat 1-2 curries at once.
Yeah, it does make sense. And like about the...
But learning all the things like basic should be there on every, because basic should be there in cyber security, or it may be cloud, or it may be in the back end, front end, or it may be. But we have to be perfect in one way, like one subject, at least one subject or one, suppose if you are interested in front end, you have to be perfect completely in front end, like MERN stack, like what you have to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js, or like Java, Vue.js, Express.js, whatever it may be. But if you want to learn backend, like complete, you have to learn at least one language on that, and Java, Spring Boot, and if you want to Python, Django, and like you have to Node.js, MongoDB. These are the things you have to learn. What I think. But coming to your perspective, like if a junior is joining to the college, like what you suggest for them, like to...
That's a very wonderful question, and if I'll be very honest, I'll go for learn everything, but there's a small take to it. I believe that we need to have idea or knowledge about all the domains. For example, in machine learning, we can learn about things like what is supervised learning, what is unsupervised learning, all the recommendation systems. There are a couple of things, basic things in machine learning. Similarly, if we look into development, we can learn things in React, like what are components, what is the use of Redux. So basically, I believe that we need to have idea about all the domains, but there should be one particular domain that can be your favorite domain in which you go in depth. And the domain which might excite you or which might inspire you more can be anything. For instance, for me, I am in AI/ML, and I have seen a lot of students in my class who actually love AI/ML. And why I am giving more emphasis onto this point is because AI/ML, it's a little bit difficult, and what makes this difficult is the mathematics and stuff. Because
discrete mathematics and everything, algorithms will be there.
Yeah, exactly. Like somehow we think that we are done with maths in the school itself, and we come to college, and in the first semester again we have maths. Then if we take AI/ML, again we'll have maths. So that's the craziest part.
But
So-
anyway, like maths is a very important subject to
Yes.
learn the AI and ML. So because to train any model, we have to use some other algorithms, like even unsupervised learning or supervised learning, whatever maybe. There will be so many different. I don't have that much idea in the AI and ML, but he's having so much idea because I'm from the full stack domain.
Exactly.
Anyway, but AI and ML people also having so many opportunities, and furthermore, like coming batches like 2027, 2028, 2029, because nowadays we are seeing about the agentic AI. You have gone through that, right? Agentic AI, yeah. So agentic AI, it automatically books the flight tickets for the. If it automatically books your hotels, flight tickets, it also having our personal data with that, and it understand like what type of hotels we have preferred previously, what type of locations we want to visit, and it will send a notification to you, and it automatically do everything. That's the agentic AI, like what currently was going on, and it's reduced the human power. But I don't think so. But even to handle the agentic AI as well, like human power is needed and human support is needed. That's a quite different part. So when I joined in the LPU, like one of my soft skills teachers, she asked me like, why you choose LPU? I got confused. Ma'am, I was like at the time I was not that much proficient in speaking English. Like, ma'am, I don't have any option. I choose LPU. That's the thing. But coming to the after answering that, like she suggested me a few things, like why you choose, like how you have to answer this kind of thing. So I want to ask you the same question. Why you join in LPU, particularly like what you find in LPU?
Why is LPU different?
Okay.
So before we move on to this thing, about the domain specific question, I believe that there will be some domain that might excite one person more than some other domain, and the other domain might excite the other person than the first person. So basically, if we actually analyze all the domains, it has a good return to it. So, and in the current scenario, current market, for developers the job opportunities are more, and even in the market there are a lot of engineers who are ready to fill that void in a company by providing their skills and expertise in that particular domain, which is development. And any domain that you choose, there is endless opportunities, and if we are actually skilled enough, companies are ready to pay us a lot of money. And the main thing is we need to love doing it. Only then we can go from one particular level to the next level where sky's the limit. So when it comes to LPU, there are a couple of points which I like to highlight. One is what made LPU stand out, and I believe I was like during the time when I was finding colleges, I was like calling a couple of colleges, and I hope you are like you can understand, get a vibe of what is coming up next. Okay, so basically I was like calling a couple of colleges, and while I was like chatting with them in a phone call, the conversation was very short. It was like 5 minutes, 2 minutes. I was asking a question and I got a specific response. But when it came to LPU, I was connected to a call with a couple of counselors, and all of my questions were answered. Like I used to ask one particular question, and almost all the things about LPU was clear to me. And I did spend a couple of time with the counselors, like asking a lot of doubts, and there's a lot of content also available in YouTube regarding LPU. And when I actually analyzed everything, I felt like LPU, it is a perfect place for me, because along with academics, I can also focus on other things, and other things like extracurricular activities and personally developing my own skill. So as I spent a lot of time clearing all my doubts, and I did not see any sort of red flags or any sort of obstacle. So by default, my trust in the company grew more. And this is also one of the tricks, not tricks exactly, but a mindset that we can use while giving an interview. That is, we have to speak. Like based on our response is how the interviewer will ask more questions. So we have to give them a path to, or a lot of options to ask questions. And for them to have that, we have to explain certain things so that they will have more questions out of our explanation.
Yeah.
So and there were, as I mentioned, there were a lot of green flags in LPU, and then as soon as I came to LPU, I saw that all the things that I thought LPU is, it came true. The academics was good, and there was extracurricular activities. There were people from all around India and all around the globe, and we get a lot of opportunities to network, to learn ourselves, and each and every single day there is
Event is going in the college.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of events. Sometimes it's hackathons, sometimes it is like speaking competitions, singing competitions.
Every day it will be there. Anywhere in
Yes.
any corner of the college. And you can you have to register for that, but you will be having plenty of opportunities
Exactly.
in college.
And this review, it is not paid. It is not at all paid. It is just coming out of our experiences.
Yeah.
And LPU is definitely a wonderful option that you can choose if you are serious about academics and for overall development. And yeah, I think
That's
we have
fine.
covered a couple of things
So
about
I
LPU.
got one more point, like you have told about regarding the interview, right? So whenever we are answering to an interviewer, there might be some other. We have to give a chance them to ask a question from what we already spoken on the topic. So suppose if I was telling about myself, I was starting introduction about myself, and I was telling about my experience. I was telling about my projects. So interviewer may get a question like, how you have done this kind of projects, like what type of technology you have used. This kind of questions you will be getting. So when you are answering about the projects as well, so interviewer will be getting a little bit questions on that. You have to give a chance that interviewer should ask a questions on the same topics what you have known. That's the thing I got from your point. So one more thing, like just I want to ask regarding like how many companies you have applied in LPU.
How many companies I have applied in LPU? So basically we have a very wonderful policy in LPU, that is when it comes to service-based companies, we can collect as many companies as we can.
Yes.
And so in the beginning, I mainly I did give a couple of interviews. I gave interview for Samsung and Samsung Electromechanics, and then I mainly focused on some service-based companies, and I was like waiting for. I did give an interview for for JustPay as well. That's a really wonderful question, and back when I was in my 7th semester, at that time, the first service-based company that came to our campus was Capgemini.
Okay.
So in my mind, I had this goal that I have to collect as many service-based companies as possible, and because service-based companies, if we are doing an internship or if we actually get placed in that company, we can learn a lot of things.
Okay.
So that was a mindset that I had, and then the first company that came, for TCS, we basically had to go to the center for TCS and we have to write the exam.
NQT.
And TCS NQT. So from LPU, like all of us, we all had the same location and the same date, almost the same time, because the time schedule, it was a bit different for some people, a bit different for some other people. So yeah, in the beginning I cracked TCS, and then after that I cracked Capgemini. So that was a point I thought ki now it's time to so, and then after that I started applying for other product based companies only. So there were good companies that came. JustPay came, Philips came, Samsung Electromechanics came, and then BrowserStack came, and in the end I got like a good offer from BrowserStack, and I went for it.
So like it will be a kind of a podcast, but I will also add my own points in this video, in this conversation, because I was having a little bit experience on this, but by my answers also you can get little bit points from my end. So regarding the placement, if I was telling about it regarding the placement, LPU will try 99% to get a place for many of the students in any other company, but if you want to select in a particular good company, it should be there 95% hard work from your side, and there should be 95% interest from your side as well. So LPU will bring most of the product-based companies as service-based companies. So I know that like placements will be starting from 3rd year second semester onwards, right? Third year, second semester onwards, the placements will be starting in the month of December. They will be calling to a meet, like placement meet, and they will be telling this is the placement process will be going on. You have to pay this much fee for this, and you'll be having a summer training, you'll be having a winter prep training, and this kind of so many trainings will be there to enroll that, and there will be so many competition exams will be there. Meanwhile, to get a to be like there are so many conditions will be there. You have you written this exam, then you will be continuing this placement services. So, but like LP will be trying a maximum to students to be get placed, but we have to be keep our own interest and we have to be work for that. And suppose like I think so mainly every time it starts with the play simple games company.
Yes.
So because see, competition will be very high in this college like in LPU, because from my batch we are the 3,500 members, I guess. CSE we are 3,500 members and my juniors are 14,000 members right there for the CSE. So once imagine that how much competition is there, like what difference should be there in yourself to get placed in the particular company. So because if the company interviewer is asking you any questions, they will find something different and they want to you want to impress them by highlighting your points and like your experience, your projects, whatever it may be. So that's the thing I want to add. And one more thing, like just I want to add regarding last time when we are having an exam, because one of my friend, he asked me a question like, bro, if I join in the LPU, surely will I get the place? Can you suggest me like which college I have to join? So I simply told him, I don't tell you perfect, like joining LPU, surely you'll be get the place. I won't give confirmation 100%, is completely depends on you. But I can tell you, do research on about the colleges, universities, which colleges bringing companies to the college, like for onboarding a companies to the college for the placements. And moreover, like if you see the SRM, Satyabama, like many LPU, like there's so many universities are there, but LPU, I think so LPU tries the best. And even few of the colleges, I don't want to give this college names outside, but every college will try the best. But if you place in any NIT or if you place in any IIT, if you are in any background, if you are interested in CSE, you can learn few things that you can get placed in that. But you also getting so many opportunities in NIT, IITs as well. That's the thing. Like moreover, like I want to highlight this point, because if you want to join in any other college, do research, ask the seniors, call them, or just connect with their LinkedIn or Insta, where it may be, and just ask how was the placement opportunities there. They will tell you the real scenario because they know. Don't ask one or two persons, ask different kind of persons. So by the way, you can choose the best college, because B.Tech is the main factor, like which decides. I can't say that it decides your life, but at least 25% or 40% it decides your life. So that's the thing. So coming to the next part, Samuel, look, just I want to ask you, like, how was the TCS NQ2 exam was held, and what are the process, and how was the interview, what kind of questions they asked? Can you little bit tell about the TCS exam?
Okay, if we dive deep into the entire TCS process, so firstly, we will get the link for registration for NQT, and we have to register for it. And I believe within 2 weeks or something, our exam will be scheduled. So in the exam, there are basically 3 sections. One will be the basic section, then there will be an advanced section, and one will be the hard DSA question. So basically in the basic section, there will be we'll be having aptitude, and then aptitude and verbal, if I'm not wrong.
Quantitative aptitude and aptitude.
Exactly. And when it comes to the coding, there will be one easy level question, and one will be the easy to medium level question. So basically, to get into Ninja, our aptitude and verbal, it should be pretty good. And we will get an interview call for Ninja. And if we have given our aptitude well, and along with that, if we have solved one particular question, we can confidently say that we'll get digital. And if we have solved all the both the questions in DSA, and along with that we have maintained a good aptitude and verbal scores, we can definitely get for Prime. So basically, we were 3 people. We went together to Amritsar to give the exam.
Okay.
And one of us got Ninja, one of us got the call for digital, and one of us got the call for Prime. So I was the one who got the call for digital.
Okay.
And then I gave the digital interview. That happened in our campus itself.
On campus.
And the interview process was pretty interesting. The questions they asked were pretty interesting. They asked me questions from my CV. They asked a lot of questions about the projects that I have built, and it was something like 20 to 30 minutes long interview, and they gave us enough opportunity to present ourselves well.
Okay.
The questions that they asked were also very good, and in one place which I messed up was I was not prepared with the name of the chairman, with the name of the higher authorities in TCS. So that was the only mistake I did. So I highly suggest you that you guys like go through the entire company properly. I believe they asked me regarding how many people or how many candidates did TCS hire in a particular year, and the total strength of TCS. I gave them an approximate answer, and along with that there were some trick questions like if we ask you to relocate to some place which is very far from your house, then are you happy to relocate? That was one of the trick question, and there were I believe a couple more trick questions which you can like kind check out YouTube.
HR questions.
You can search on YouTube and
I will also do one more video regarding these kind of questions, like what HR questions will be there and how interview process will be happening. And like I was also planning to do the resume building work kind of videos as well. In soon you will be getting these videos because we are completely packed with our time and we are not having that much time to do this kind of things. And now we are doing it midnight at 2:30 AM now. We are almost recording from 1 hour. So it might be quite long video, but be patient and watch till the end. By the end, at least from myself and from Samuel, at least you will learn 2 points, and these may be helping in your future. That's the point.
Exactly. And the interesting part about this entire video is that it is just a single take. We have not taken any break, and the only break that we took was to make sure to see whether the storage is
fine or not.
Everything is like all right. That was only break, and everything is just going on the flow. So there is nothing unfiltered.
That's the thing. Let's go deeper to his more interview where he placed. And just I want to ask you about how was your Capgemini interview process and how you placed in Capgemini as well. And Capgemini process was already started for 24-25 batch.
So basically Capgemini conducted an exam in the campus itself. So for Capgemini, LPU gave us a lot of training. There were special classes that was held, which was Capgemini specific, and we were, I believe it was for 2 weeks if I'm not wrong, when LPU they taught us like everything, and it's a big shout out to LPU for conducting all those extra classes other than the classes which are already scheduled.
We paid a lot for that.
It's a bit overwhelming sometimes, but all of those experiences, it was worth it in the end. So basically for Capgemini, I believe we were not asked aptitude, we were asked, is it?
We are having a gamified questions.
We were there were 2 sections. One was it was completely DSA based. There were questions from pseudocode questions. And pseudocode questions, there were plenty of pseudocode questions.
30 questions, I guess.
Yes. And after that, we had a English related question where we were given a topic and we had to write a big topic, passage. And after that, we had a game sort of question in which there will be unlimited games. There will be unlimited levels, we can say. And the more levels that we solve, the more better our score will be. And after that, we were called for the interview. And in the interview, again, it was very much similar to TCS. They focused on OOPS. They focused on the projects that we have built, and it was overall the same thing. It was not very different. So that is a very good insight. That is once we actually prepare for one particular service-based company very well, we give all in, then it's very easy for us to crack other companies as well. And one of my suggestion would be that in your third year, when the service-based companies comes, just try to collect as many as possible, because I'll give you a funny incident. That is, back when I was in my second year and third year, I used to eat very less, and there were two main reasons behind it. One major reason was, if my stomach is full, I feel sleepy, and it affects my performance a little bit. So that was one of the reasons. And the other reason was, it was a bit difficult to have the same menu every day. Not every day, it keeps on changing. There's a menu for a particular week. So after a particular time, the mess food, it actually gets a bit boring. So that is the case in every colleges. So these were the two main reasons. And in my fourth year was the time when I got offer from TCS and Capgemini. And as soon as I got the offer from TCS and Capgemini, it was like, then I started being more relaxed, as I had a backup. So it actually helped me a lot. Yeah. It helped me to spend more quality time preparing some particular things and not be anxious all the time. And so I'll suggest that have a lot of backups, so that we'll be confident, because our confidence, it is reflected when we are giving any interview. And when we already have some offer in hand, our confidence level, it just becomes 3x, 4x. So and the other thing is, as you mentioned, there was the internship going on in Capgemini. It was basically in the beginning for 3 months. We have the internship that is remote. We can perform it in our respective location wherever we are at that moment. So I took part in the internship in my university itself. And then after that, for 2 or 3 months, I believe, we have to go to the on-site in the company itself, and we have to work there physically. So during the internship time, I learned a lot of things, and they were basically the things that I already knew, but those things I learned it in more depth. Okay. And the things that I learned during the internship, it was useful for my interview in BrowserStack. Okay. And big shout out to Capgemini for that. I got a wonderful mentor in Capgemini. She was very helpful, very intelligent actually. She cleared all of the doubts that we had. She was very patient and amazing. So that was a really wonderful experience in Capgemini, and I can see that Capgemini, it actually helped me. The internship process of Capgemini actually helped me land a better offer. Mm-hmm. And the conclusion from all of this is, my suggestion would always be that get as many as service-based companies under your belt, so that you will have options, and you'll be confident, and you can actually reflect your confidence in the interview that you
That's the main thing was happened when I gave for L&T or my interview, or it may be companies where I was giving interview. I was also I already cracked this many companies. I will be getting a 4x plus confidence when I was giving some other company interview. I was having 3 to 4 more companies in my hand. Mm-hmm. So I was getting such a confidence if you are having a service-based companies in your hand. That's the main thing. But anyway, when you are graduating from any college, we have to be placed in some other company. If we haven't placed in some other company, or we are going with the empty hands to the home, even your father maybe won't ask, but the people surrounding in your hometown, they may ask what you have gained, where your son is working. Mm-hmm. That's the main thing they will be asking. Yeah. Even my I will tell you one scenario. Yeah. During my 5th class, I don't know 5th table as well. During my 5th class, but I joined my hostel. I joined in Sasi college, so I joined in the hostel because of one of my friend. He wanted to join in the Sasi, so because of him, I also wanted to join in Sasi. That's the thing was happened. So anyway, the final thing is, prepare for many of the interviews. Exactly. Do search in Google. You can get so many questions in ambition box, or maybe in career ride, or it may be. Yeah. But to crack the service based questions, what's the main factor is aptitude is very important. You should be very good in aptitude, and you should be very good in English, because I am telling that few of my friends, they don't know much about any programming language. They don't know about many OOPS concepts, but they are having a good confidence in speaking English. but they are placed in good service-based companies. That's the main thing. It will help you a lot. That's the thing. And coming to the main topic now, he is also placed in BrowserStack. So I want to eagerly know about how the process went in BrowserStack.
We'll go into it. And before that, the main conclusion about the previous question was that it doesn't more than the company. If we are actually learning something, we are already winning. So, and even in the case of Capgemini, it was definitely a service-based company, but I gave all in.
Yeah.
I just went all in. We have a tech stack platform in which our progress is monitored, and almost most of the time my rank was 1 or 2. It was fluctuating between 1 and 2. So we have to have that eagerness to learn, and irrespective of the company and everything. And if we actually know things, if we are actually an asset to a company, but now or later we will definitely land up a good job, because talent, and not exactly talent but hard work and talent, it never goes in vain, and we will definitely get a reward today or tomorrow. So now coming into the BrowserStack, so there was this another company that came couple of months ago before BrowserStack, and that was also a testing company. And as BrowserStack, it's a product-based company, and the main product is it provides testing platforms which other companies or organizations can use to test their product.
Okay.
So when it comes to testing, I had a little bit of idea that Selenium is used while testing, and
automation tools.
Exactly, automation tools, and for API testing and all we use Postman. So I had a little bit of idea about all these things. And when I saw the BrowserStack in my portal, subconsciously I knew that this company is a good company, and I don't know how I know it, but I just knew it subconsciously. Then I did some research about the company, and I was like, this company is amazing, because this company, firstly, it's a remote first company. So we can work from anywhere, and there were a lot of perks. It was basically a wonderful company. So as soon as I saw it in my portal, I registered for it, and within a couple of days I received a mail for the DSA round. And before the DSA round, I like to highlight a little bit what happened in the backend. So basically, from the TPC, I came to know that nearly 1,000 people applied for this company, and in the end 500 CVs were shortlisted. And they our university sent these 500 CVs to the company, and as the company, they performed the CV shortlisting manually. So the company asked the TPC to furthermore shortlist and give us 100 CVs. So our university gave 100 CVs, and the recruiters in the company, they manually went through entire CVs, manually, physically, not by any computer and stuff.
I don't
So from that, they shortlisted 14 CVs in the end, and then we had the first DSA round. And the DSA round, it was not a very difficult question. It was easy to medium level question. It was mainly array related question. I don't remember the question exactly right now. So after giving the DSA round, I was pretty confident that I will definitely get a mail for the further processes.
Okay.
And in that duration, I just learned everything. I learned Selenium, I learned Flask. As my major language that I use is Python.
Okay.
Because as I'm in machine learning as well, so Python is pretty useful. And we can definitely talk about which language that we should go for, and which language we should do DSA in. That's also a pretty interesting topic to know about. So I was preparing Selenium, I was preparing Flask, and I was learning all the basics about testing and stuff. So then I received a mail, and there are total 4 rounds. The first DSA round, it was completed, and we have the remaining second, third and fourth round, and all these rounds were scheduled the same day.
Okay.
So the second round, it was a machine coding round along with the interview. So we were given a question. So basically we had to create 4 APIs, and based on a particular endpoint, it should perform a specific activity.
Okay.
So that was a question, and we were given 2.5 hours to do that. And after that, nearly half an hour was our interview. And after we complete that assignment, we have to explain the interviewer, and the interviewer is always there while we are performing the assignment.
Okay.
Basically, we were in a live Google Meet call, and all the candidates were in breakout rooms, and our screen was being shared.
Okay.
And one more thing that was different was like we can use Google, but we cannot use ChatGPT and all. We can use Google, we can use the documentations. So I completed that assignment. I was not able to, like, there were like 4 questions basically. So I did the 3 of them perfectly, but in one of them it was not working. I still cannot figure out the reason why. And I believe it is because I was doing the assignment in my MacBook, and MacBook asks for some extra permissions. So I believe that was the reason. But I explained all the 4 questions properly to them, and they were impressed. I explained all the code line by line, what I did, why I did, and they even cross-questioned a little bit. And in that moment, like, we brainstormed, me and with the interviewer, we brainstormed and came up with a better solution, better approach. So despite me not being able to solve all the 4 questions, I was like shortlisted for the next round. And the call for the next round that you are shortlisted came as soon as I came out of the interview room, and everything happened online only.
Okay.
So I had nearly 1.5 to 2 hours before the third interview, and that was a technical interview completely. So I was preparing for the technical interview. I was like going through SQL, I was going through DBMS, and it was basically the managerial round.
Okay.
And in the managerial round, they asked me some questions about myself, to introduce myself. Then they asked me questions from my projects that I built, and they asked me a bit in-depth questions about all the projects. And it also went well. It was very smooth. And after that, the final round was the directorial round.
Okay.
Director round. So director round was completely about myself, like the way I think, and the way I complete any task, or what is the first thought that comes in my mind when a task is there. And they asked me some questions about BrowserStack as well. So I was prepared about learning about BrowserStack and their products only because I messed up in the TCS interviews. So everything is linked. Everything is linked. All the failures are linked to the success. So my director round also went well. And in the end, they asked me to ask them some questions, and I asked a couple of questions that I genuinely had about the company. As I never worked remotely, I had a couple of questions regarding the remote first policy and all. And the most difficult part was the reply after the interview, whether I am like shortlisted for the next interview, came as soon as the first interview was over. So after the directorial round, I did not get any call. And I was a bit confused, and all the thoughts came in my mind, ki, bro, what is going on? Because I was thinking I was hoping for the final shortlisting, the message to come to me as soon as the interview was over. And the most difficult part was all the 3 rounds, it happened on Saturday. So I had to wait till Monday to get the final results.
Okay.
So I was waiting till Monday, and till Monday, every mail that used to come used to trigger me, and it was a bit difficult to sleep at night. And at that duration, I came to know that there are a lot of mails which I have to unsubscribe.
Okay.
So in that Saturday and Sunday, I unsubscribed all the mails from H&M, Amazon, everything I unsubscribed. And by Monday, I received the final confirmation and congratulation mail that, bro, you are placed in BrowserStack. And I was like very happy. I was like so happy that finally my job hunt has come to an end. I thought that now I can like take a break. I can take some time off, watch some movies. But by evening, I got so bored that I solved one more lead code question.
Finally, his aim is to consistency, the main important. Anyway, like, he want to do 1 or 2 solutions to problems in lead code or in Codeshop or in hackathon, hacker rank, whatever it may be. It became its a habit for him. Like whenever if someone is suggesting me, also like it's a very good habit if you want to be like good in career path and technical side. So that's the important. And finally he did it, BrowserStack. Bro is on BrowserStack. So like finally his journey was amazing, from 3.11 CGPA to just I want to get back to one more point. CGPA is also 3.14.
Yeah, 3.14.
And coming to the next question, like how many members were shortlisted for the BrowserStack?
Yeah, so basically the first interview, the DSA round, it was given by 14 people.
Okay.
And after the DSA round, 11 were shortlisted.
Okay.
And the second round, it was only 2 people were able to clear it. And the third round and fourth round, the second round was able to be cleared by 3 people.
Okay.
Then the third round was able to be cleared by 2 people, and the fourth round, the two of us, we got the offer.
That's the main thing, like it will be happened, because when I gave for one of the company, it's a product based company in LPU only, like we were almost 330 or 400 people where we were given the exam. In that they shortlisted 100 students, I guess, on exam, and like I gone through the 3 technical interviews, and after the 3 technical interviews there may be there's a HR interview, and on that time like Kosi was also on campus, and he asked me so many questions, like he showed me his own projects, each product to me, like how will you change these kind of things as a front-end developer, like back-end everything I answered, like, so sir, these kind of thing is the user UX is there, so it's quite not that much interactive to the user, so we can change the values and we can keep this side. I exposed my whatever things, like my thinking ability to my points to the CEO as well, like he is quite impressed on this. And but like finally we were like 7 people, but in that 7 people he selected only the 2 people in that. So like even after the interview as well, like he called me 3 times. Arey bro, what's happening bro? What's happening in my... I was like so much struggling, like I was calling to my father, I was calling like till end of any company, like I was not able to call to my family as well, like till any confirmation. But at that time it's a big product based company and it's having a good package as well, like 12 plus I guess. So I was calling to my father, like I was talking, but finally what happens, he called me, the CEO called me, and what will you opt to, like front-end developer or back-end developer? So what it became, I was thinking like what I have to say, but as I gone through the previous interviews, like I watched in the YouTube, and I blindly answered that like I'm having a overconfidence that I can do both, like front end and back end. So that won't works perfect in scenarios, like few scenarios, like very few scenarios will be there. And one more thing, like language is also the main factor when you are working in any other company. So if you are working in North or if you are working in the South company, Hindi is also very important, what I suggest, because that CEO is asking me question in Hindi. Like I was telling that, sir, can you repeat it once again in English? That became a black point on that. No, he don't know English, like he don't know Hindi. Like I understood the question, but he asked me a little bit like water jug question, sir. Water jug, like 3 liters in one jug and 5 liters in one. Plenty of water is there. That question they asked me. That's a quite. I was having a good experience in that as well. So coming to the one more point, like how much BrowserStack like package was there?
Well,
okay, if possible, like if you are open to tell, you can tell. Otherwise, you can tell me any range so that I will.
That's a pretty interesting question. Basically, BrowserStack, it pays well. It takes care of all its employees well.
Every company is bro.
We don't have to worry about the package and stuff, because BrowserStack, it's an amazing company and.
Okay, you don't want to disclose your package, right? It will be like 10 plus, right?
Yeah, it is like about 10. It's
about 10 means like it will be more than 15 plus, I guess.
Yeah, it can be.
20 plus? 20 plus?
Yeah, something like we can say something around 15 to 20. It's like
okay.
20, it's not yet. Not yet.
You will get soon. His aim is to get placed in Google or Microsoft. His aims are every time it's very big to like, even now he was solving so many questions. He was like he was now quite exposed to the real-time project, so he's having a good experience. So this whatever we are doing completely was real-time experience. Why we are doing this, like why I am doing this also I will be telling you, like, because many of the people they don't know these kind of things, and I don't want to tell any wrong information to you, but with my experience, with Samuel experience, like we are not having that much experience and we are not that much toppers, but when we are having a knowledge on this, and as per our knowledge we are telling you to do this way, choose this path, and if you are interested you can follow. And even if after seeing our video, don't follow blindly, do research on that and do follow that, okay? So but we are doing completely, it's open, and I haven't prepared any questions before. It's quite going, it's midnight, 4 o'clock it's now almost. So that's the thing. And finally we had a good time with Samuel. And in furthermore also I will be having I will be upcoming with so many podcasts with founders and with who placed in Amazon, who placed in Google as well. Like I want to collect lots of information from them. Like I collected so many information from Samuel today. I will be collecting so many information from them. It maybe helps to you a lot. And even my family members were there, my friends were there, school friends, college friends, whatever maybe. I want to give my best output in content creation to you, and you'll be learning a lot from me. And this channel belongs to you only, not for me to learn. Okay. We are all together friends. We are all together friends who are watching this video, and we are all together family now in this part. And this information, if parents are watching this video, it may help to your children, it may helps your relatives as well. That's the thing. And thank you for watching till and with patience. And I think so it will help you a lot. If it helps you a lot, please subscribe, and by subscribing it won't lose you a lot. It helps to me, and I will get in interest, I will get in energy to do more vlogs kind of things, which helps you a lot.
I like to add one more point, that is Ram lives, I believe, nearly 2 hours away from the hotel from which we are shooting, and it is a bit late.
He's also so sleepy. But
so it takes a lot of, he has done a lot of hard work, lot of traveling, so he deserves a subscribe and a like. So guys, go for it, and please do subscribe his channel, and stay tuned, and all the very best, all the students. I really hope that you all achieve your dreams and all your dreams come true, and there is nothing that is impossible, because all the things that are possible, everything is possible.
What's your motive to my subscribers then?
Yeah, my only message would be that just keep working hard, and focus on the right direction, and watch good quality content like the video that you just watched. And I hope
yeah, sure, in furthermore in future as well.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep watching good quality content, because we are what we surround us with, we are what we watch, and we are what we think. So we have to maintain a good atmosphere. Even in college, we have to make sure that we are surrounded by people who are good, we are surrounded by mentors, because sometimes when we are only surrounded by people of our age in our college, sometimes we might lose track, because all of us are going in the same path, same journey. So we need people who are a bit more experienced, who are a bit more wise, who are like our mentors, who can guide us, who can tell us that, bro, this might be something that you have to think about more. And I believe college is a wonderful time where we can learn more, explore more, get more experiences, make amazing friends. And the only reason why this entire podcast was able to be short is because we were good friends. So everything just adds up in life. So we have to make sure that every small things that we do, I believe it is like a summary of I read a book called Atomic Habits. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. Our entire life depends upon the small things, on how we do it. So we have to make sure that we are amazing. just keep working hard, keep being energetic, give out a good energy to this world. There are a lot of people that would need you, even in college as well. Give positive, encouraging words to people around you, so that you can win and your friends can also win with you, so that you guys can celebrate together, because there is no fun in winning alone.
So we together are celebrating today.
Exactly, you need good friends around you, and just be like, call your parents if you're at hostel, because they love you so much. And you can achieve anything if you actually put in the hours, if you actually work hard. There is nothing that is not possible. And while we are in college, try to make new friends. And in college, people need you. You have to be a source of positivity, or you have to be the source which encourages other people, because we do not know, like, if someone is in stress or if someone is going through a tough time. So one thing that we can do is we have to be positive, we have to be encouraging, we have to be helpful to the people who are in need, so that some other people will be blessed by us, or will be blessed by our activity or by our presence around them. And while we are in college, just keep talking to your parents, call your mom frequently, because they love you so much. And well, we pretty much covered a lot of things. And
so one more thing also, like I was also planning more about, like, let's together plan this thing, like how they want to plan their B.Tech, like what subjects are they want to study particularly, because we know that few of the subjects are there, but those are not that much important for the placements. Like they don't know, like they're the freshers, they might be freshers, they are like, I think so this video will helpful to the many of the students who are like joining in B.Tech, or like who are more in like B.Tech second year as well. Google or my Amazon, Mango companies. So that's the thing. And if you are watching till this end, thanks to you as well. And this podcast, I hope it will be awesome. And thanks to Samuel for his valuable time.
And one more thing, that is, we can just keep on going. Like we have unlimited energy, and we just sipped in our coffee as well. So if we want, we can just keep on going. But it's a pretty long video, and if you guys have any specific questions, you can definitely drop in the comment
box,
because B.Tech is a field in which there is a lot of things to discuss about. And this podcast, it was just a nugget. And if you need more details, more information regarding anything, and this podcast we particularly focused, I believe, on everything generally. So if you want a podcast or something specific, you can definitely drop it in the comments, and we can definitely make it happen.
Yeah, sure.
Isn't it?
If you want these kind of projects, please comment in the box, so I will do on that particular things. And I think that's the last thing I want to say. And okay, see you guys, and let's meet in the next video. And if you want to watch previous videos, you can go into my playlist and you can search like how about the LPU and the fee structure, hostel facilities. And I already posted one of the podcasts with my friend who placed in Quantify AI as well, so you can go through the video. And that's the thing. And thank you, see you, bye bye.